Students, welcome to my online classes. Today we will read our third lesson, The Journey to the End of the Earth, which I have taken from our supplementary book Vistas. And the author of this lesson is Tishani Doshi. Tishani Doshi is very renowned Indian poet, journalist and also a very good dancer. So the present lesson, Journey to the End of the Earth, is a very good article based on the feature of this white continent called Antarctica. Antarctica is the fifth largest continent in terms of area, and it is special because it is still far away from human domination. Journey to the end of the earth here means that, as you can see, I have drawn a rough drawing of the globe, and at the top you can see the north. It is the north pole and it is the south pole. So as the author is going on a long journey to the south pole, and this is the extreme point of the earth. So now in the present lesson, the author Tishani Doshi has beautifully expressed her deep concern about the deteriorating condition of the earth, about the extinction of the life on the earth itself. So, Journey to the End of the Earth is a part of travelogue, means a travel account when she got opportunity to visit Antarctica, and when she was a child she got this opportunity because of a special program called Students on Ice, and in that program she was able to visit Antarctica as a explorer or as a student, and then she realized the beauty of this vast continent in terms of its isolation, immensity, and also the vast white blanket which surrounds this beautiful continent. Now, the story begins as the author, she went to Antarctica aboard on a Russian vessel called Academic Solesky, on which she boarded and went to visit Antarctica. So the author, she informs us that the total time taken to reach Antarctica was 100 hours, and this long journey she has traveled by car, then aeroplane, and by ship. So we can see that the author has managed different means of transportation like roadways, airways, and waterways itself. But the author was much attracted or much surprised by seeing the immensity, isolation, and also she was surprised to learn that Antarctica had a deep connection, deep relation with India, as India many years back was a part of this huge continent. Now, Antarctica, it was assumed that Antarctica was a part of a large piece of earth itself known as Gondwana, and it was formed 650 years ago. So we can say that Gondwana was a supercontinent which was formed, which came into existence nearly in 650 million years ago. So just you can imagine how large is the age of the earth. So now this supercontinent with the passage of time gets divided. All the small parts were separated from this large planet, and they slowly moved to different directions. Similarly, by focusing on about Antarctica, the author wanted to reveal that it has deep connection with the human evolution and still the formation of mountains. So, human beings, the evolution of human beings, even the emergence of human beings on the earth can be revealed from this by exploring this beautiful continent. When the author reached Antarctica, as he belonged to Madras, which has a moderate climate. So, after reaching Antarctica, she felt very a chilling prospect of the environment of that cool, coldest continent, and now she was just unable to adopt that climate because she have never assumed, never imagined to visit such cold place. So as she was not habituated, so she felt a lot of problem while staying on this planet. Now, it is said that human beings appeared on the globe nearly 12,000 years ago. Now we can just see that if we look at the geological clock, then the age of the earth is estimated to be 650 million years ago, and human beings appear on this earth, on this planet, in nearly in 12,000 years ago. So human beings appear so late, but before the appearances of human beings, Antarctica was had a very warm climate which supports biodiversity. So there were a lot of flora and fauna flourishing in this continent. But as the time passed, due to changes in the environment, all the organisms, all the flora and fauna, they became extinct. And now, in this article, the author has expressed her concern about global warming and climate change. So, now the author said that it is very easy to debate on this global issue of global warming and climate change by sitting in the room very comfortably. But when a people visit this place and try to see himself, observe himself how the large pieces of ice they were melting, the ice or it's were retreating back, and also how huge block of ices were collapsing down. So really it is a very fearful experience which shows that definitely that increase in temperature of the earth is very threat to the human life. Now, as I have already said, that the author got chance to visit Antarctica with a program called Students on Ice, and it was organized by Geoff Green, who was a Canadian professor. But earlier he used to take all the retired people and all the rich people to Antarctica. But then soon he realized that his whole effort seems to be useless, because all these people, they simply visit this area as a tourist only. So then he found that there is no any specific output. So again he changed his outlook, and now he decided to take high school students on this program, Students on Ice to Antarctica. And then he realized that as the students, they are very energetic, they have a good understanding skill, so definitely they can give, in return they can give very good return or good output in form of their understanding and also their active role which they can play in saving this planet, or they can work as a scientist or as a different in different sphere. They can act very efficiently to preserve this planet or to tackle the problem faced due to this global warming and climate changes. So now the main theme which the author wanted to focus in this lesson is that how little change can bring about a big consequence, a big result. And this theme or this idea the author has very beautifully expressed with the examples of phytoplanktons. Phytoplanktons are the microscopic plants which are grown at the bed of the sea, and they are the main sources of food for the marine animals. So phytoplanktons are unicellular organisms, plants which prepare food through the chemical process, complex chemical process of photosynthesis, and are the main source of food for all the marine life. But due to global warming, as we have seen, ozone layer is a protective layer which prevents ultraviolet radiations from reaching to the earth's surface. But as the ozone hole is increasing, so there is a threat to the destruction, to the extinction of these phytoplanktons, and in case if phytoplanktons lose their existence, then definitely it will adversely affect the whole marine food chain. So thus we have seen that how little change in the environment can have a big consequence, can have a great result. Similarly, the author also expressed great hope that all these changes have occurred in many years. So the time taken by in deteriorating the shape of the globe is of so many years. But still today, if a little action is taken to preserve this beautiful planet, then definitely it can have a very positive impact. It can have a very positive effect which can help to preserve the life on the earth. So this is all about which the author Ishani Doshi wanted to express through this lesson, through her travelogue, in which she has expressed the beauty of this planet. And today generally this Antarctica is inhabitable. There is no any human population here, so all the secrets of human evolutions are trapped under its layers. And as under Antarctica treaty, so all other countries, they have signed not to explore its resources which are hidden, all the carbon records and all the precious metals, minerals, they were preserved inside this under the thick layer of ice. And today Antarctica is simply being used by all countries of the world as a research center. So everyone is now curious to know about the history of human evolution, about the history of the existence of the planet itself, and also to estimate that how far human beings have deteriorated or depleted the earth, and what may be the estimated life of the human on this earth. So this is all about this lesson, and now soon we will go in my next video. We will read the line by line explanation of the lesson. Till then, take care and goodbye.